My Knicks did not do too well. Wait till next year, like we used to say. So this week, we are again attempting to fix something our Republican colleagues have long called an emergency and a crisis, our southern border. For years, Republicans have insisted that the only long-term solution to fixing the southern border was for Congress to pass legislation. We Democrats agree with them. That's why this morning I filed cloture on the motion to proceed to the Bipartisan Border Act, the very same bipartisan bill negotiated months ago by Senators Murphy, Sinema, and Langford. As I said, H.R. 2 was not a serious bill, but what we're voting on this week is. It's the same bipartisan bill both sides negotiated for months this winter, Senator Murphy's here, and received bipartisan endorsements across the country. By any objective measure, it's strong, tough, and realistic. This is the same bipartisan border bill Republicans pushed for, then backed away when they got orders from President Trump, made an about-face, turned, and then voted no. If our bipartisan border bill was good enough to win support of the union that represents Border Patrol agents, why isn't it good enough for Senate Republicans? Democrats are doing this because we believe in fixing the border, and we have the only real bipartisan bill negotiated by both sides with a real chance of passing and being put on the president's desk. Everything the Republicans do have no chance of passing. So who's more serious about fixing the border? We are, and I think the public will understand that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think we could all agree the single biggest unforced error of the Biden administration was what they did in the first few days to basically undo the executive action that had been taken by the previous administration to secure the border. We entered into a good faith negotiation led by Senator Langford with the administration to try to come up with something we could agree on. It's pretty obvious that was not likely to pass the Senate and certainly wouldn't have passed the House. So what the president is left with is what he can do on his own. Well, the president called the speaker, and he also called me about the subject that we've all been talking about, which is the border. And I said to him what I just said to you a while ago, Mr. President, you caused this problem. There was no legislation that allowed the problem to be fixed. Why don't you just renew what the previous administration was doing, which got the border in decent shape? We tried on a bipartisan basis to see if we could agree to something. This is divided government. Senator Langford met with them for literally months. It was clear that wasn't going to pass. So I think it's safe to say going to a border bill right now is just a gimmick, a way to try to convince the American people that they're concerned about this when they caused it.